Hello and welcome to Crafting with Jane. Today we're looking at another old Stampin' Up stamp set because as you know, I'm trying to go through all of my stamps that I've got, and I've got over 300. So I thought that we would work our way through some of them. This was an absolute favourite. It's called Believe You Can. It was a host set, and it's got a lovely image which I've actually cut out and done already. So that's the actual image. I've coloured it in, and if you look, we've got here, thank you, good luck and welcome. I wanted a happy birthday. Look through your sets and see there's lots of sentiments that will fit into a little banner like that. So I actually chose one that we were working on last time, so the happy birthday from there fitted perfectly in there, and all I've done is just coloured them in with alcohol markers, so that gives us our topper, and then it's going to be working with the other things in there. So I'm going to take some of the inspiration from the colours, and we're going to work through and do a nice background. Now this is going to fit this way on like that, so I need to, I've got one of the little flowers like that, and I need to get some leaves out shortly, but I'm going to do the flowers first of all. And I'm literally just going to make a really pretty background. Now, as I've said, you can take it just with the background, and you don't even need to do anything else with it. I'm just working through, and I think probably, I like to do 3s, but I think I might do 5s in this because we've got a little bit more sort of space. Let's take one in like that. Okay, so that's 4 of this, and this is an orange. It's called Pumpkin Pie. And again, as I keep saying to you, a lot of these are old retired ones, but use what you've got. You know, we have so many different inks and things that we have that it makes sense to use the ones that we have rather than always going out and buying the new. Nothing wrong with going out and buying the new, but if you are on a tight budget or your budget is getting tighter, then there's an awful lot that you can use that you already have. And I know that we have huge stashes. So, and I'm going to put this one in. Now I know they're all the same flower, but we're going to use another one in a minute, and I've just done 3 of those because I think 3 will work with that. And this one was Flirty Flamingo. I use my stamping scrub because I find that that actually works better, particularly if you've got slightly older stamps that you haven't used for a while, so they tend to dry out a little bit. And it just moistens them and gives them, now this is a blue, and again I'm just gonna, need to cover something with that one, don't we? Let's put that one in like that. Okay, so that's those ones, and then I'm going to go back through again, I think maybe in the same colours, or I might turn around and do different ones, because we've got the leaves to go in, which are rather nice. So there's lots of little leaves and things on here. There's also roses, and you can 2-step them if you want. I'm not going to do all of that in there. I'm going to take this little inside filler leaf in case I've got some little spaces, and then I'm going to take these lovely green leaves. There's 2 different ones, so I think I'll take both of them out just to see. Oh yes, no, one's an inside, isn't it? So that's I want just the insides on them. You can, as I said, do them 2-step, but I just want to do the outside of the leaf. So let's put that in on there. And I've got, this one is Old Olive. Oh, the blue was Dapper Denim, but as I say, any sort of mid blue that you've got. And then all I'm going to do is to just add, whoops, that didn't work very well, did it? Let's put that in like that. Nor again, why am I not pressing straight? Maybe my hands are a bit cockeyed at the moment. Let's see if I can make sure that I get that straight. That's better. And all I'm doing is literally just taking some leaves around the outside of all of these. And we'll take a little bit in like that. And then a little bit in like that. Okay, so that was in Old Olive. And now I'm just going to clean this up, and I'm going to do some in the, have I got a limey green? I think I have. Let's have a look at that one. I don't know how much ink I've got left in this one actually, but this was Lucky Limeade, which is, I say, is quite a vibrant green. So let's have a look and see. I think I probably have. So I'm just going to add a few in on here. Oh, very similar actually. I don't think I need to do too many of those. It's amazing how you think they're different colours, but quite often they turn out. I'm just going to take that over the top because it is just slightly differently. Okay, so that's those on there. So we've used a couple of greens. It is a little bit lighter, but not a huge amount. And then I'm going to take this tiny little one here, which is a little sort of rose, and I'm going to fill in some spaces in there, but I want a different colour, and I think I'm going to use something quite bright. So let me look at, I've got this one, which is Melon Mambo, and that's going to be a very bright pink, because I fancy having some more brighter pink in there to just sort of lift it. So I'm just putting these in between here and there. I'm going to put one there, and it's probably going to come over the top a bit, but it doesn't matter that much. Put one there, and I'll put one there. Now I'm just going to take my centerpiece. That's going to work perfectly. So I've got that there. Now what I want to do is I want to tie in the edges to bring them in together a bit. So this is where we talk about matting and layering and adding layers and things to things. So I've got this at the moment. Bear with me a second. So I've now got it to here. Now what I want to do is I want to do some matting and layering on this. So let me have a look and see what colours I'm going to do it in. I think I want to do it in a blue actually. So let me have a look and see what blues I've got that will work quite nicely. I want to do it in a fairly bright blue. I think I've got the green as the background, but let's do it in this blue. So I've got the base. The base is going to be, it was 5 1/4 by 3 1/2. So let's just mat and layer this. So I'm taking a whole sheet and I'm cutting it down to 5 1/2 inches because that's the length of it. So I've got 5 1/2 inches there by 3 3/4, and that works for my card that I've got here. Okay, so that's going to give me my base. And then this, I want to have this in as well. So this is going to be, let's just measure this out. This is going to come at 3 3/4 by 2. So let's just cut this one down to 3 3/4, 3 3/4. Actually, I should cut it down that way by 2, shouldn't I? Let's just take 2 off of there. Gives me a bigger piece to work with for another time. And then, what was it? 3 3/4. So take that to there. So that's given me my mat and layer in there. Then all I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this in on here and then cut it down afterwards. So that's how I find the easiest way. Now, if you've got these sorts of shaped dies, you can use that, but if you haven't, you don't have to. But all I'm going to do is we're going to put this one in. We make sure we get it the right way up. Like that. Which comes in beautifully. Need to slide it along just a little bit on there. Then all I need to do is to take this with just a little bit of a space in like that, and then the same in across there. Then that gives us a really nice matting on there. And then if we take this here and put that in on the center, you've got that which mats up there as well, which is rather nice. Now it can look a little bit plain on the side here, so if you want to add something to make it a little bit more sparkly, if you use, which I'm always telling you about, let's use our Posca pens, and this time I'm going to use silver. So what I want to do is I want to take this on here, and we are, oh, this is the thin ones, I want the fat ones. I might have the thin one for going round this one, but let's just do this like this. So we're going to take this one and we're going to a ruler out. We're just going to add this in, and this just makes the edge just look a little bit nicer. Now you can sponge it, you can do lots of other ideas, but for me this is the easiest and simplest way to just add a little bit of extra to the side of your card. And being silver, it will just add a little bit of colour. So that can go in like that. Then we've got this that can come in like that. So you've now got your edge with a bit of silver around it. We will then put this in like that. And if we glue this one down, you can put it up with dimensionals. I tend to not use too many dimensionals now because of postage. So if we put this one in on the center like that, whoops, get that centered. Should be centered, isn't it? Yep, that's centered. And then I'm just going to go around the edge like this with the silver. And I'm doing it in the fat one because then it gives me a wider edge. And you can do it in gold, any colour you fancy. There we go. And that gives you a very pretty card with some silver on. Now, to just finish it off, add some little twinklies or things in the center of that one, and you've got a beautiful card. So I hope you enjoyed that. As always, please stay safe and well, please be kind, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye bye.